if it's okay to use lesser means for self-defense in the context of the police confrontation I just told you about, and if you agree that the legislative court packing is a lesser means, since you haven't been able to distinguish in which way it's worse than what Mitch McConnell did, why wouldn't you therefore be justified to use the lesser mean of legislative court packing to self-defend against the Mitch McConnell bullshittery?
Because, as I've analogized earlier, you got shot, stomach. Somebody's breaking into your house. They did something wrong. You have the right to defend yourself. You should be able to shoot them. In my opinion, there's a baby behind the person you're about to shoot in the stomach that you rightfully can shoot in the stomach. But when you hold a baby hostage, I'm worried that you're going to hit the fucking baby. And the baby is the Republic of the United States. And what's scary to me is that in this conversation, Tom and I both articulated that we're afraid that the bipartisan oscillation of the Supreme Court, and that even implies bipartisan oscillation of legislation. We didn't even get that far. So basically,
you just don't agree with that's wait. So in any system where parties change hands and we have different legislators, that oscillation is not good.
It's a lot more fucking dangerous than a fucking 60, a supermajority.
Can I just hypo, because I'm not even saying these hypos aren't helpful to be informative, but how I see the hypo is different.
You also endorse them, though. That's another point. You and Josiah both said we would rather live in that world than the world that we presently live in.
Yes.
Because you keep telling us to unclench our sphincters, and we're tired of taking it up the butt, metaphorically speaking.
So I'm
shoot at the guy next to the.
What are these
shoot at the guy next to?
what are these visuals? We're running around with the baby. Anyway, sorry. Go.
So in the second scenario, weirdly enough, you have the same chances of success. As a matter of fact, you might even have an increased chances of success because you're holding the baby hostage. But what's going to happen?
I literally said to hold the baby hostage earlier, and nobody reacted. And now you're appropriating my example. What the fuck, man?
Look. Sorry, my bad. So anyways, but what I'm saying is when you fire the gun, there's a chance that if you're not cupping the baby and holding their ears and doing everything prudent, you're going to injure the baby by giving them tinnitus. And you're just like, fuck it, YOLO, there's a bad guy in my house. I'm going to give my baby tinnitus and I'm going to maximize my chances of survival. Fuck you. And I think that's funny, but I'm worried. I'm worried that the baby's going to get tinnitus and the baby's going to get injured.
Sorry about that. I just got a call from the Supreme Court, and they are ruling analogies unconstitutional. We're going to have to stop them. They are now illegal.
After tonight, that's fair.
It was a 6-3 decision, unfortunately.
Where we've left it, though, I think, is that Tom is considering the viability.
What's up, everybody? So first part of this, I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying to get into Wick's panel. Talking about the Supreme Court, and then later on I'll probably play some VR. It might be a little bit of a break in between so that I can set up the VR. I don't really know how that's going to work, to be honest with you.
Walk into a room, but everybody stubs their toes 2% of the time, but I can just walk around through another way and not stub my toe at all. I feel like you're saying, yeah, but you can get in the room. You could get in the room.
So would you vote for it or not? What is all? Can we just get straight answers from you motherfuckers? Would you vote for it or not? It's status quo, up or down, 2-vote expansion. They've rejected all the other Saint Morse. Yeah, okay. So then I think we're left with Wick. As I understand Connor's rationale.
You agreed with my moderate court expansion in an ideal world, though.
Well, no, wait,
Like
hold on.
the 6v6 with independent moderate deal breaker.
The point that I'm making is that there's a lesser
if Republicans bought into that, I would be with Connor. Yeah.
You keep ignoring that, like, if there is a better option that people are like, okay, well then I don't want to go.
I'll go with a better option if there's a better option.
Just admit that there's like the drastic option is a possible.
Hold on,
remind me. What specifically?
What do you think the
remind me what specifically? Hold on, one at a time. Josiah.
Yeah.
Then counterpoints. Go ahead.
Tom, remind me. Refresh my memory. What are the stub toe-less options that you're proposing again? Specifically in lieu of court packing?
Blocking their picks in the future, or even just removing.
Yeah, but that doesn't arise. What if the condition for that doesn't arise? That's what we're saying. If that's available, maybe we can do that. Yeah, but like, what if that isn't available? What if what he's offering, that is counter, isn't available, the neutral option? We would prefer that, maybe, yeah, but what if that's not available? The question is, would it be preferable to the status quo? And I think that your answer is yes, it would be. That's the sense in which we think that you support court.
So the titles on my stream didn't change. I might have to reset OBS to get it to change.
That's not the case. Yeah. So
let's see.
For example, if there's no vacancy, the McConnell option is not available. The McConnell option only exists with the existence of a vacancy. So it's not the case that analytically.
Oh, sure. But the other option that I gave is just removing one, like removing Amy Coney Barrett. That was the other option.
No, I didn't really press it that much because I didn't want to get into it. But there are a lot of issues there, right? Number one, I really do think you guys are under.